Welcome to this new tutorial. Today I will show you how you can make this Blender project. Let's get started. With Shift+A, create a text layer. Then you can select it, and with the Tab key, you can edit your text. Going to the font section, you can select a folder and select the font to use. For this effect I will use Arial Black. Next step is to make our text three-dimensional. To do it, go to the Geometry section and increase the extrudes. 0.1 is enough. I recommend you to add a bevel option. Go to Bevel section and increase the depth. I have set 0.01. To separate the letters more easily, go to Space and increases the character space value. Now this text is ready to be edited. Right-click and select Convert to Mesh. Right-click again and sets Origin. Select Geometry to Origin. You can rotate your lettering 90 degrees. Go to Edit mode by pressing the Tab key. Change the viewport to wireframe. Select all the vertices of a letter and press the P key. Click on Selection. Repeat this step for each letter to separate them all. Now you can freely choose and move each letter. I suggest you also set again the origin. Right-click, set origin, origin by center of mass. Create your composition by moving the letters. Next step is to make the fabric that covers the text. Create a plane and scale it with the S key. As you can see in the scale section, the value is greater than 1. For this effect it is important that the value is set to 1. After changing the size of the fabric or letters, you have to press the Command or Control and the A key, and select the scale. On your computer it may be slightly different, because I use a plugin that modifies some Blender menus. Select the plane and go to Edit mode with the Tab key. Select all vertices, right-click and select Subdivide. A small menu appeared in the lower left corner. Open it and set the cutting number to 30. Now let's apply the physics on the plane. Go to Physics Properties, and select Cloth. Press the Space Bar key and start the animation. You will see that the plane will start to fall. To make it collide with the letters we must activate the collision. Select a letter, go to Properties of Physics and select Collision. Repeat this step for each letter. Let's start an animation. Now the fabric and the letters have a collision, but we have a problem. The fabric must collide with itself. To make it happen, select the fabric, scrolls to the bottom in the cloth section, click on Collision and Active Self Collision. Let's start the animation again. Now it's much better. Right-click and select Shade Smooth. Now it looks much more like a fabric. To make it even more realistic, I advise you to subdivide again into more parts. If you divide it into many more parts, the fabric will be even more realistic, but it will take longer for the simulation, so it all depends on how strong your computer is. This project is available on my Gumroad page, link in description. Let's make the material. Set viewport shading. Select the fabric and add new material. On the material section, scroll down until the screen space reflection checkbox. Activate it. Then scroll up to transmission and set it on 1. Go to Render Properties. Activate the check on screen space reflection. Also, active the refraction check. Later, I show you how to improve this material. I subdivide my plane again to have a lot more details, and then I start the animation. Now we have to find the best frame of this simulation, because the next step is to convert this cloth simulation into a simple 3D object. When you found the right frame, stop the animation, select the fabric, right-click, and select Convert to Mesh. After this step it will no longer be possible to do other simulations with this fabric because it has been converted into a simple 3D object. To improve this fabric, we need to go into Sculpture mode. Here you can use a specific brush to make your fabric more smooth. With this tool you can go to remove all the rough parts of your cloth. If any piece of letter pops up, you can use this brush here to edit the cloth by enlarging it and covering the letter. You can subdivide this fabric even further to make it even more detailed. With this brush here, you can add more folds. This is my final result. Final step of this project. Let's start by creating an empty object. I have selected the sphere. Also add a light. The empty object is used for this purpose because it does not need to be hidden before starting a rendering process. Select the light, go to Object Properties and select Truck 2. With the eyedropper select the empty. In this way the light will always follow the empty object. Repeat the same process for the camera. Create an empty object, add a camera, select it and activate Truck 2 and select the empty object. I advise you to split the screen and set the camera to watch your final result. You can set the space as if it were a render by clicking on these two options at the top. Pressing the T key, you can hide the side toolbar. If you want to use my own lighting setup, I recommend that you follow this part. First, I set the lights of the world to 0. So I select my light and turn off the shadow box and set the power to 10,000. You can move the light and scale it to make a much more diffuse light. You can also turn the light into a disc, but for this project it is not necessary. With Shift+D, you can easily duplicate the light. I moved this second light behind the text. I put it so that the light was pointing from below. I move the second light slightly to the left and raise it. I duplicate again with Shift+D a new light, and put it in front of my text. If you want, you can create a background. To do this, create a plan, rotate it and put it behind your text. Create a new material. For this background I use BSDF glass. This material is the easiest way to have the reflection of light with different intensities based on where it is pointing. Now I'll show you what I mean. I create a new light and point it to the background. Then increase the power to 10,000 and turn the light into a disc. As you can see, the background is white in the center while it is darker around it. To get a better final result, you can add a material to the letters. I use a simple red color for each letter. It is possible to modify some parameters of this transparent material. If you change the year, you will see that the letters will be more deformed. The higher this parameter is, the less visible what's behind it will be, but it will be much more reflective. With roughness, you can change the opacity of this material. Transmission also allows you to make this material opaque, but unlike roughness it allows you to have reflections. In this part of the tutorial, I show you how I made the final effect of this project. I changed the background color by selecting a green color and darkening it a lot, so I created that green aura appearing behind the letters. You have to know that most of this effect depends on the lights. The first thing you need to do is change the color of all the lights. I changed the color of the two side lights by setting a light green color. For the front light I was undecided on which color to put. Later I will use a red, but at the moment I have set a light green. To improve the result, I suggest you activate the bloom effect. I also changed the material of the letters. I set up the glass BSDF material. I lowered the roughness, and changed the color to orange. I changed the color of the front light to red. I darkened the background color. Then, I moved the green lights to create a green glow around the text. I duplicated the light on the right to create the same effect on the left as well. I moved the side light down in front of the text, and changed the green color to a red. I changed the transparent material. I slightly decreased the roughness option, then increased the transmission. I moved the lights behind the text, to look for the best lighting effect. I made another change to the transparent material by applying a red color to it. I eliminated the red light that pointed from the bottom towards the text. Then I moved the front light behind the letters to get the final effect of the illuminated letters. As a last step, I added again a red light that points from the bottom towards the text, creating small red reflections. I also duplicated the green lights by moving one for the right side and one for the left side to make the lights stand out more on the creases. This is my final result. You can download the whole project from my Gumroad page, link in description. Hope this tutorial was useful for you. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any other amazing content of this type.